Hello, and welcome to the start of a new mystery arc with RPG Major, a show where some of Seattle's funniest improv comedians play a role-playing game as private investigators who solve supernatural mysteries. We also make up brand new songs, each one improvised on the spot with the help of our incredible accompanist Noah, who's improvising just like the rest of us. I'm Helix, your host and game master. A quick note before we get into this arc. This is the first arc we ever recorded, and it's one that I had originally planned as a beta test. A chance to learn the system and the rules for Genesys from Edge Studios, a chance to shake out our recording gear, and a chance to figure out who all the characters are by playing them a bit. And then the cast showed the heck up and told a lovely story while creating some pretty incredible songs. Seriously, in part 3, y'all are in for a treat with the songs. But it was a beta test. We did get some rules wrong, we did have some audio issues, and we hadn't really figured out the setting thoroughly yet. We thought we were playing in the 1980s rather than in a modern world with 80s tech. Still, even with all those issues, there was some real magic at the table. So welcome back to Foxglove. Enjoy a curious kidnapping. Welcome to Foxglove, city by the sea. Welcome to Foxglove, prettiest city you'll ever see. Welcome to Foxglove, we got lots of trees. Welcome to Foxglove, disregard the rumors about the disease.
Foxglove, my home. Foxglove, my home. I know where this road will go. I've been down this road, I know where it'll go. Foxglove, I call you my home, even though there's a sinking feeling every time I'm in the ruins. Every time I'm in the ruins. Foxglove, my home. Foxglove, my home.
It's foggy in the morning, sunny in the day. You go from the lake down the canal out to the bay. And it's a beautiful sight in sunshine or in rain. And you're never late to get on the library train.
Foxglove, my home. Foxglove, my home.
The thing about Foxglove is, it ain't no thing. You're walking downtown, you find yourself in a mystic little ring, and you know, at the end of the day, you're not going home. No. You know, at the end of the day, you're dead at the bottom of a lake.
Foxglove, my home. Foxglove, my home. Dodo.
Claremont.
Claremont left town.
Ponderosa, you the pond, Hagland Hill.
Aquarium.
Never been to Baco Tower.
Left town, left town.
You guys want to go smoke at the ruins?
No, man, the bit at the pocket.
I haven't been to the ruins since Tommy disappeared.
R.I.P. Tommy.
R.I.P. Tommy.
Hey, are you guys talking about me?
It is a sunny spring afternoon. The three of you are sitting in your office you haven't had a job this week. Like, nobody's come in. You got some things you're doing, but you haven't had a new customer this week. What are you guys doing as you're kind of sitting there idle? And also describe your characters for us.
Thorne is sitting, probably shaving their legs for the second time today, just trying to get some of the massive satyr growth that comes back within hours, but is so freaking hot. So just trying to get some relief. And then they're probably standing shirtless because they're a cool dude that does that now because they're a fawn. Yeah.
Give us a physical description of Thorne.
Thorne is, we're going to say 5'9". They're not the tallest individual. They were assigned male at birth. They aren't like jacked or nothing, but they are not me. So they're
Sure.
Yeah, they don't have like dad bod or a gut. They're kind of like a lankier person. Ginger hair, very, very pale complexion. Yeah, kind of ghostly. Even with the like fawn transformation, it is his hair, their hair color still.
So I'm going to offer up that this universe is 100% hand animated. Right. So as you're like thinking of physical descriptions and describing actions, right, this is a hand animated space. This is not, we're not casting actors to play this. This is an animated series.
Oh, I see. So,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right. So Thorne shaving their legs, shirtless, in one of the few spaces that they're allowed to look like they look, but probably back of their mind knowing, like, if a customer walks in, got to dip in the back and put on some dang pants.
Probably always wears a hat also because the little nubbins of horn.
What kind of hat?
Changes up. Beanie in the winter, backwards cap in the summer. Oh, no, big dumb green hat. Sorry, I have a hat that I call big dumb green hat, and I think that's what Thorne would wear. Can
you describe what this hat might look like to someone who's never seen it?
Park rangers.
Like a Smokey the Bear hat?
Yeah, similar. That vibe, but like flat brim, flat green top, but big.
Oh, I've seen this hat.
Yeah, big dumb green hat.
Yeah, I've seen this hat. Doesn't help anyone listening. Okay. Great. What is Aubrey up to?
Yeah. Aubrey is probably sitting by a desk, not sort of at the desk in such a way that suggests that it is her desk, but kind of off to the side with her feet kind of on the wall, kicking the chair back, leaning it against the desk. So it's really, really precarious, and is flipping through a catalog of plants and seeds and starts. When I'm not here, I am a landscaper and a gardener, and because of this job, I've been able to drop most of my clients, except for the ones that pay really well and the ones that I really like. But I still do keep a few on in case we have slow weeks like this one. And you see Aubrey is pretty tall, 5'10", 5'11". She's pretty muscular. She's got some like tattoos of plants on her shoulder and arm, wearing a very, very faded Hawaiian t-shirt, or Hawaiian shirt. It's not a t-shirt. And her hair is kind of like a frizzy-ish, wavy, sometimes curly shag, kind of like Kate Bush. And yeah, she's like pretty sunburnt and is just kind of casually, but also very precariously, flipping through this plant catalog, trying to figure out what flowers are going in all the gardens this year.
She's hanging out there, feet up on the wall, kicked back, reading a catalog. What about Mara? What's Mara up to?
I think Mara is trying to tone out her mother's voice inside her head, saying that the reason they're not getting anybody is that their space is cluttered. She is stress cleaning. She is rearranging whatever needs to be rearranged, potentially from, a kind of retail empire background, making sure, everything in the window looks nice. She is dusting, she is cleaning. This is something that happens when there's so much energy and she doesn't know what to do with it, and with like this crazy smile on her face too. Like, this is gonna help. If I actually just rub this spot out a little bit, somebody's gonna walk through the door right now. And they don't. So she keeps rubbing. Mara is, I want to say she's like 5'6". I'm thinking like, Natalia Dyer in Stranger Things, kind of like that sort of deal. She's got like this, I want to say like this cool.
Who did Natalia Dyer? Nancy. Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of her vibe. There's more to her. I think she's got these cute, like, heeled black boots she loves, and this jacket that is actually, like, really fancy Italian leather, but you couldn't, maybe you wouldn't tell. But it's nice. It's like a muted, darker red leather jacket that's kind of long and tailored, and she's always wearing that, and she loves it.
The chair that I'm balancing in, that's kind of counterweighted by being pushed up against the desk, kind of shifts, and the desk, like, shoots back a little bit, and it makes this sort of skidding noise, and a bunch of papers go flying off. And I struggle to right myself, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's cool. It's fine. You know what? Actually, I needed to rearrange those papers anyway, so this is a great task for me to be able to pick them all up and put them back where they should be in the first place.
Can I help, or would I be bad at it and make it worse?
That's wonderful self-awareness. So cute and gorgeous of you to think that far ahead. Love that about you. You do what you're doing because that is so wonderful and perfect.
You don't mind that I'm shaving here, do you?
I am happy to give you a trash can and like a little grocery bag to like put on your foot and keep like under it, and that way all of it gets caught.
I've just noticed you keep coming back around with the vacuum cleaner.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's just my vacuum route. It's never steered me wrong before.
Yeah, it's becoming a vacuum rut just in a circle around me. But I get the point. All right. And then I pull your trash can over.
I put a few things tentatively back on top of the desk.
Oh, that's really a great creative way to put that over there, Aubrey. That's really cool, and I love the story that's telling. However, I had a different story idea.
Okay.
Maybe one that would lead to a customer walking in. Oh, didn't mean that, because your story idea is really great and perfect too. I'm wondering if maybe we put this in the front window, like I had it approximately 20 minutes ago, and maybe we could put it like slightly angled, like 45-degree angle that way, and so that way when someone's walking down the street they can see it, but then when they're inside they could also see it as well. But I didn't put too much thought into this, so like you do what you want to do.
No, it sounds good.
Okay.
I moved the piece to the window.
That is such a great choice for that. That's amazing. I'm sorry if I feel like I'm a little bit on edge.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything is so great. Thank you so much for asking and inquiring about my mental state.
So it's not a problem. We haven't had any customers for...
Did you guys notice? I didn't notice. I think everything's fine. It's only been like, what, 3 days? How long has it been?
Like 2 weeks.
Oh, right. How could I have forgotten? I didn't forget. Yeah, it's been cool. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I get a little claustrophobic because that just must be what this is all about.
All right. I know what we need. It sounds like we need to get out of here, go get a bowl of chili, and just kind of kick back for a little bit, Shut down early.
Okay.
Maybe there'll be flyers up at the pavilion, and maybe someone will be looking for a job there.
Oh, or a lost dog.
Right. Yeah, I love finding the lost dogs. It just is so rewarding to see them go back to their owner. Mm-hmm. It's not at all, like my soul longs for something more. It's not at all like that.
As you say it, it's not at all as if my soul longs for that. There's a little ding-a-ling at the front door.
I rip a blanket over my legs and then just throw my head back.
And in walks a man. He's looks to be in his mid-40s. He has the definition of a dad bod. He has lighter skin, short beard, a receding hairline, just dressed as a sort of office working professional might dress. Button-down shirt. He's got a blazer on. It looks stained. He's wearing what he needs to wear, but he is not on top of his game at the moment. Hi, Thorne Investigations?
Yes, that's us. Hello, please. How may we help? Would you like to take a seat? I actually just scrubbed this seat.
I grabbed
Aubrey
the chair.
can sit up, actually. She just have to sit there.
Yeah, I take the chair that I'm sitting on and move it around to the other side of the desk where it should be, so that Mara and Thorne can sit on the professional side, and I can sort of lean on the desk casually next to them.
And I'm over here too, but I'm just listening. I won't be participating.
Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of new to all this. My name's Joseph. It's really nice to meet you all. I have a problem.
Oh, well, Joseph, you've come to the right place. And we are all about problems here because we have none of our own. Please tell us what's going on. I mean, what kind of situation are you dealing with?
My daughter's missing, and my ex thinks I kidnapped her, and the police maybe think I kidnapped her also. And so I need some help proving that I didn't, because I really didn't do that. I wouldn't, and I didn't. She's the most important thing in my life right now, and I need help.
I suddenly get really serious and sort of lean forward. When did you last see her? And what's her name? How old is she? Tell us about your daughter.
Laika, she's 15. I saw her on Sunday after I dropped her back off at her mom's house. She's a teenager, right? She goes to school, and I had her for the weekend, and we did the things that we normally do, right? We went and we had breakfast out on Saturday morning, and we went to church together on Sunday morning, and then I dropped her off, and I haven't been in her life that long, right? I just kind of found her again in about 2 years ago.
Oh.
And since then, we've really been bonding, and she just loves the organ at the church that I go to, and she seems to really be taking to the things there. And so I wanted her to get confirmed there, and then I dropped her off and talked with my ex about it, and she did not like that idea at all. And we kind of had a loud argument that her neighbors heard, and I might have said some things that I didn't mean, but were very aggressive. And then she got on the bus to school the next morning, and she didn't arrive at school.
Oh. So, Joseph, did you not know about Laika's existence for 13 years of her life? Like, you didn't...
That's exactly right.
Okay.
No, her mom and I, met when I was living back east, and, we were together for almost a year, and then she got pregnant, and she got freaked out, and she just disappeared. And I didn't know that she was out here. Right? I moved out here for work about 3 years ago, and then I bumped into her mom just at Ruins Park.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, we are going to do all that we can to help you find Laika. Is there anything that would be connecting you to her disappearance besides you getting on the bus? I mean, what is there anything that we can look into in terms of your ex-partner or the bus routes to the school? I mean, could there have been something that...
What other stops does the bus make, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, she goes to school on Hagland Hill, where her mom lives, and the bus runs through the neighborhood, and it's kind of near the edge of the park, the university park there, the Arboretum, and I think it just is mostly residential, and it's just at the school.
Without raising his head, Morgan suggests, and how do you even know it was your child in the first place? I mean, you just found a woman who said this is your kid, and you believed her?
Well, it wasn't like she was excited to have me back in her life, but she assures me that Laika's mine. I didn't get a paternity test or anything, but she kind of looks like me a little,
don't we all?
I think what my colleague is trying to say is that it's wonderful the bond that you have with your daughter, even in this short amount of time. It's obvious the amount of care that you have for her, coming and wanting to clear your name, but more importantly, to find her whereabouts, even without a confirmation of blood relation. Well, we of course can help. We are able to. I mean, this is what we do best.
Are there any particular identifying features, what she was wearing day of?
Yeah, she was wearing a striped sweater, and he hands you a photo of her.
Okay.
Not in the same outfit, but she's just this compact, looks like a gymnast at age 15. Mousy brown hair, barely reaches her shoulders, bright green eyes. Just looking like she's about to make some mischief, just kind of grinning at the camera, and like she's in the middle of starting to make a move as the photo was taken.
Do we know where the old church is related to all this? Would that be on the bus route, or?
It's not. It's sort of on the other side of the hill, but you think she might have gone there?
I have no idea.
What about any information about your ex-partner, and anything that we could look into with their routine, or anything that could give us another lead, perhaps?
Yeah, she lives on the hill. Her name is Vulpa, and he writes down her information, her address, her phone number, hands it over to you. Would it be weird if I just stayed here for a bit?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
He asked if it would be weird. It wouldn't be normal. I'm just here. I'm honest.
Well, you're welcome to. We can reconvene, the three of us, and figure out a game plan. But if you need a place to just collect yourself and sit, this is a highly emotional time, of course. So just do what you need, and we'll just take a minute to reconvene.
Yes, for a nominal fee, I'm sure we could figure something out.
Yeah, money's not a problem.
Oh. For a non-nominal fee, we can figure something out for sure.
Your flyer said reasonable rates, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, reasonable.
Well, thank you, Joseph. Yeah, we're gonna do a little group huddle, and you just take a deep breath, and there's a water cooler over there. If you need some water, just take
Actually, why don't you step into the potty for a minute, collect yourself, splash a little cold water on your face, and we'll let you know when it's good to come out.
Oh, okay. And he does that. He steps into the bathroom.
I stand up and put pants on and my hat.
This is a real case. What do you do? We have to.
I'm sorry. I didn't see the money-making opportunity at first, but you're right. Yeah, no, we take the case. We let him stay here. We charge him, really bad prices. Put him on the hook for some contract stuff. If he touches the minibar, he's screwed type stuff. Yeah, no, I love it.
Aubrey, what do you think?
The business isn't as important to me, but obviously we're taking the case and we're finding this kid.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, what do we think?
If we don't want him to stay here, we can. It's 2-for-1 Tuesdays at the Chili Pavilion, so we can recommend that to him. Maybe they'll give us a kickback.
As ethically questionable as Thorne's idea is, I think, if Joseph needs somewhere to stay, what better way to get more information? We're just taking his words at face value, right? He doesn't seem like the type, to have someone hidden, but I don't know. It might be nice to have maybe one of the prime suspects right under our noses.
Did you get a read on him, Mara?
I know he's hiding something. I'm not quite sure what it is. It might just be all of that nervous energy.
If you want to roll some dice to see if you can get some insights on him.
I roll some dice about it.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? We're playing a game after all. So this is going to be, I think perception makes sense. I would also take skullduggery if you wanted to figure out somebody's.
Wanted to skulldug.
If you wanted to figure out somebody's
dig
intention.
in the skull.
Oh,
if someone was trying to deceive you, you're their skullduggery versus yours, sort of.
Okay.
Or their deception versus yours.
I think this early on, I'd rather just get maybe more general read on what his
Yeah, roll perception.
Here, do you want some dice?
Here, I got it.
2 purple.
Okay, ready?
First roll.
So wash with an advantage. So wash is typically, if there's no successes and no failures, it is like, it's not a bad outcome, but you don't succeed at anything. So it's like a failure, but not a bad failure.
Okay.
So the impression that you get from him is that he is stressed out. You don't get any vibes of him trying to deceive you. You don't get any vibes of him hiding anything from you. That's what we get.
Okay.
It's like, he's a nervous wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you think if you asked, he'd tell you about the incriminating stuff he shouted during his pish argument that the neighbors heard?
Probably. It seemed like he was as ashamed of it as he was worried about it. I don't think it's something that he necessarily felt like he needed to hide on his own behalf. He just felt so terrible that it happened.
If his daughter overheard, though, it might give us information.
Yeah. Okay, that's a great idea. Yeah, I'll go give a little knock, see if he's doing okay, offer the hand lotion, and then see if he the soaps and the stuff that I set out. It's supposed to be comforting for someone who's like anyway.
It is.
Okay, yeah, I'll be right back. Okay.
Wait, that was soap?
Did you eat it?
Oh, farts.
Cool. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna go over and knock at the door.
You can come out?
Hey, Joseph, sure. Yeah, come on out. So sorry to keep you in there. Hopefully you freshened up a little bit. If you take a deep breath, there's some aromatherapy stuff in there. Hopefully that was helpful.
Oh, I don't go in for that.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Anyway, well, we are more than happy and really honored that you trusted us with this case around your daughter. I guess the first thing I wanted to ask as part of us taking this on is about the argument that you glossed over a bit. What was it, do you think, just so that we can get an accurate picture of how your ex is feeling and maybe what your daughter may have overheard? Mm-hmm. Is there anything that was shouted that you think is being used against you in a way and you said you didn't mean it? Could you be more specific?
It may have been, how would you feel if your daughter was taken away from you?
Uh-huh. Okay. Right. Heat of the moment, just...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else that we should be aware of? I mean, if it's, vague as that,
No, that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, and did Leica overhear any of this?
She was in her room, but, it's one of those apartment buildings.
Right.
Yeah, we were yelling pretty good.
Okay.
So the neighbors heard it. I think she probably heard it.
Oh, okay. So, and obviously these neighbors would be on, your ex's side rather than yours in a situation like this.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Well, why don't we get everything sorted in together and you, make yourself comfortable and we can reconvene and do what's, what would be necessary moving forward. Are you hungry?
I'm hungry. My cat's also hungry.
Right.
He pulls a cat out of his backpack.
Aubrey, after sort of hearing his description of the argument, has been kind of 1,000 yards staring at the wall, and as soon as he says he's hungry, she just sort of pivots towards him, fully like an owl rotating, and says, "It's 2 for $1 Tuesdays at the Chili Pavilion."
The what?
Oh, the Chili Pavilion, down the block.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll go there and have 2 bowls of chili. For what?
Or our regular order, we'd get an extra bowl regardless. So
why don't I get you food? I'll get you food and you can start investigating.
Great. That's a great plan. That's wonderful. Why don't we all go to the Chili Pavilion?
All right, so you head down the block to the Chili Pavilion. What does this place look like?
If I may, the
Please.
donut boy donuts with the big guy.
With the big donut guy?
It's
Yeah.
a big bowl of chili.
like a big silver vat with 2 handles.
Yeah, and a big silver spoon out the side.
Like a
that's just
ladle.
flopping chili out onto the sidewalk.
Can I have orange walls?
Sure.
Yeah, it's like just like warm, you know.
Like the inside of a Tupperware that held chili. That color.
Gross color.
Tupperware stained orange.
I think the walls are covered with photos and license plates from different areas and a bunch of photos of people who are champions of the chili challenge. There's a lot of stuff that has rustic wood frames.
A big wagon wheel.
Yeah, there's a big wagon wheel on a wall.
You can smell the place a quarter mile away.
That's why we bought the place.
2 pinball machines, but only one is in operation at any given time.
And they alternate.
One of them is the ruins.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good luck. It's like your some people's oracle in the neighborhood is what pinball machine is operating that day. Is it going to be a good day or a bad day?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you head into the chili pavilion. Bert is there behind the counter, as always. And he looks like you would expect Bert to look like.
Yeah.
Right? Stained apron, hairnet.
I give him a look of deep respect.
He immediately starts dishing up your regular orders.
I think Joseph, if you want to take a seat, this is actually the best banquette there is, and I point to the one we normally sit in, but we might be taking our chili to go. We've got a job.
Yes. I can't believe you haven't been here in a couple of years. You've been here. Yeah. This is our haunt. You know, we'll come here. Bert will take good care of you. Right, Bert. This is Jonathan.
Joseph.
So sorry.
Jingleheimer.
Wow. Is anyone else's brain just exploding right now? Must be just so hungry for the chili.
Hey, no problem. I'll take care of him.
I think we get him set up with a big bowl of chili at our favorite banquette. Or I guess maybe our second favorite one, so that if we come back, we can still sit at that one.
Well, folks, I think it's important we discuss all the different options of chili that Jonathan could be having today.
That sounds like
Oh, okay, I was trying to get us on the case. No, let's think about chili. Let's think about chili. You got a ladle. You're gonna ladle that chili up. You got a ladle. You gotta ladle that chili up. You gotta ladle. You gotta ladle that chili up. Into the bowl.
Into the bowl.
Into the bowl.
Into the bowl.
Pickle relish, pickle relish, pickle relish, pickle relish, chili, pickle relish, pickle relish, pickle relish, chili. You may think it's silly, but it's really just pickle relish chili.
The number one bowl's a good place to start. Good for your soul, good for your heart. Lots of nice beans,
a good place to start. Good for the soul, good for the heart.
Real just comforting.
A good place to start.
If you need a little spice, bowl two is nice. Little bit hotter, give you time. If you're a squatter, need some chili here for a while.
Is it really
super fun.
chili if you don't have beans? Is it really chili if it's vegetarian? Is it really chili if you don't grate cheese? Is it really chili without sour cream?
It's Friday night and I'm living in the chili pavilion. Friday night and I'm living in the chili pavilion. It's Friday night and I'm living in the chili pavilion. Except for Tuesdays, cause those are 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Ladle.
Bert, one more pickle relish chili,
Do
please.
all that.
glides across the counter out to you. And you sort of see the bell over the door ring as you all head out into the city.
We have our little chilies to go in little styrofoam cups with spoons.
I personally carry a shake straw with me for chili pavilion runs.
All right.
You can see Mara's visibly relaxed now that she's had her chili.
Our eyes are red. This is our metaphor for smoking weed. It's Scooby-Doo head eating sandwiches.
Chili. Where are y'all headed?
I want to retrace that bus route. If it lets off near the Arboretum, maybe that's where it could have stopped. I want to just see what there is to see along there.
Okay. Yeah. What we were thinking, this is probably sometime during the morning. I mean, not many people are going to be around. This would probably be a good time to go just check out what could have happened.
And we could chase down the normal leads, and we find out this is just another runaway. Then we collect our paycheck and we get going on the real stuff.
What would cause her to run away? I mean, besides whatever drama's going on between her quote-unquote parents.
Yes, the quote-unquote's very important to me.
That's why I looked directly at you, Thorne.
I mean, we didn't all have like a perfect childhood, but I mean, sometimes that's enough to make someone run away.
A silence fills the space.
So if you're trying to map out the school bus route, right? It's afternoon. It's probably around the time that the school will be letting out, or would be soon. So you could follow the bus as it left
In reverse.
the school in reverse. Yeah. Do you guys have a car? Are you getting around on bicycles? What are you doing?
Library train.
I don't know that we've decided.
If we do have a car, I feel like it's on its last leg, but it's going.
Yeah, I mean, I would have a car from my traveling the country doing detectiving before I came back.
I actually might have a nice car, but who knows if that's what we're using.
I don't know that I'm a good driver, but I'm happy to drive.
Oh, I can attempt it for sure. I love it.
I'm imagining Aubrey has like a pickup truck
Yeah.
with like a bench seat that you could squeeze
Cute.
three
I
people
do.
into the front.
That's gorgeous.
It has a lot, it's like not airbrush, but sort of stenciled the name of my landscaping little sole proprietorship.
And it looks like someone printed a bumper sticker and stuck it on there. It looks like a custom job that says "Old Stumpy," but we don't know who.
None of us know. None of us have ever been able to figure out who did it.
It's a weird mystery. It's kind of a
pointedly
bad
at
look.
Thorne.
Kind of a bad look for detective agents.
Wow, if any detective in this room could figure it out, I would pay them a lot of money.
Oh, I'm not falling for that trap again.
Shotgun.
So are you trying to be sly about following this bus, or are you just like following the bus the whole route?
I know the head of the PTA at the school, so I could call her and ask about the bus route, maybe so that we're not following a school bus in broad daylight. Yeah, Nancy, she knows my mom, so I feel like it would be fine if I asked her about this and painted it in a way that it was not for the disappearance of one of the students.
Okay.
I don't know like how much
A lot of narrative control of like introducing characters and that sort of thing.
Yeah, so true. But what I don't know about Mara is like how public is she with this business? Like how does that relate to her family? Is that disgraceful? What's that causing? Can she be this blasé about, you know, she also has this business that she's helping run, but also like is expected to not be doing that. So I guess that was what was popped into my head. So anyway, but I guess that can be answered later.
I mean, what do you think? Do you think she's hiding it from the world? Do you think she's hiding it from her family? Do you think those have to be in alignment with each other?
Well, I don't think. I mean, if her family has so much control over like certain industry in this town, I feel like she wouldn't be able to hide it. Or maybe the fact that it's not doing super well helps her case with that she's not being bothered by it. You know, like it's just like, and it's like the thing where the mom's like, you know, oh, it's just a hobby. You know, it's a phase. She'll grow out of it. You know. So maybe it's not a huge issue because it hasn't been a huge threat, and she's still able to attend all the other things that she's supposed to attend. Okay, cool.
So you're calling up
Nancy.
Yeah,
Nancy.
well, I'll start the car from the shotgun. You can get a read from Nancy, we'll head in that direction.
Okay. Well, wait. I don't have a cell phone.
Can we do that?
Yeah,
no,
you don't have cell
we can't
phones.
do cell phones.
Yeah.
Cell phones aren't a thing.
Okay.
Well, if you pull up to the
car
payphone,
phones are a thing. Yeah.
Guess we're going to have to go back to the chili pavilion.
Use the phone.
Yeah. There's payphones all over the place.
I was gonna say payphone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just pull up to the corner around here. I think there's one on this block, and I'll just Thorne, I'm not gonna mention the money that you owe me right now, but can I borrow $1?
Anybody know this dollar she's talking about?
I give Mara $1.
Thanks, Aubrey. Okay. I'll go call Nancy. We pull up and I'll hop out of the car and pop into the payphone. Dialing. I hear a dial tone. It rings. It rings again.
Nancy Care?
Oh, hi, Nancy. This is me, Mara Vertere. How are you doing?
Mel, how are you?
I am wonderful. How's David doing? Your son? I heard he got accepted into Ponderosa. That's exciting.
He did full ride scholarship for lacrosse. I'm so proud of him.
As you should be. That doesn't surprise me one bit. Well, I just wanted to call and check in too and see how the programs my mother put in place are doing at the school. I also had just a quick favor to ask of you. I mean, if that's all right. I know you're a very busy woman.
Oh, sure. I mean, I'd be happy to give you a tour of the art studio she helped install or pay for any time. What can I do for you, Mel?
Well, so I was thinking, I have a cousin who's a little bit younger and thinking about coming to your school. We're just, a little bit concerned about the route from the Cliffside neighborhood, and I was wondering if I could get a copy of the bus routes to see if this would be a good fit for her, or if, we should just drive her personally if she were to enroll in the school.
Someone from Cliffside? Oh, wait.
Roll a charm. It's going to be against 2 purple.
So I've got 3 green, 1 yellow, and 2 purple?
Yep.
Okay.
That is so many advantages and not a single success.
Oh, should I go again?
Well,
No.
So the way that this works is there are consequences, right? Or results, I guess, happen.
You want a list of all of our bus routes? Our buses don't serve Cliffside. I'm sorry, dear.
Oh, well, that's okay. I mean, we would be able to drive her to one of the neighboring areas. She's really looking for kind of more of a grounded experience for high school. And so taking the bus and making some more friends, around town was really important to her. She's such a bright girl, top of her class so far. And so we'd be willing to drive her so she could, pick up the bus maybe closer to the Arboretum, closer to the school. It's just important for her to make some new friends if she is going to be transferring and sharing her knowledge with the school here.
Sure. So you can make another charm. Add a black dice just as you're. Yep, that's what you're rolling there.
Top of her class, you say?
We've got 4 successes. No advantages.
This teen is ready to share her knowledge with the school.
Top of her class. Well, if she's a friend of yours, we'd, I'm sure, be glad to have her. Well, we could use some more star academic performers to bring our averages up for... I'm sorry, you don't need to hear about that.
After David's graduated, I'm sure it needs a boost after his academic gifts are now being used at Ponderosa.
Yeah, well, if you... I guess I can fax the map over to you, or you can come stop by. I'll be here in the office for another 25 minutes.
Oh, lovely. We are more than willing to stop by. I will come grab it from you and thank you personally. Thank you so much, Nancy.
Of course.
Hang up the phone, do a small victory dance, and get back into the car.
All right. We're in. We can get there in 25 minutes. For it! We can do it! I so gently push down on the accelerator. I drive very carefully when other people are in the car. I'm only a reckless driver when I'm solo. But we'll get there in time, I think. As we're driving, Aubrey's quiet for a little bit, and then I never know how to bring this up. So, I don't think that this is relevant, but I feel like I should say in case it is, and you tell me. But back in the Autumn Court, there was an organ in a grove of trees in the woods, and it stole people's voices. It was just the pipes kind of out of the ground, and if you came near it and you played on it, it would take your voice, and you had to play a specific lost song in order to give everyone their voices back. And that's what I think of whenever I think of pipe organs. But I don't think everyone thinks of that when they think of pipe organs. So I just wanted to float it in case it's relevant.
When was I supposed to be thinking of pipe organs?
Well, Joseph had mentioned that Leica had a special connection to the organ at the church. She was sort of drawn to it.
Yes.
But how would that have ended up in a church in the city? I mean, it must have been kind of part of the historical building. I mean,
it wouldn't be the same pipe organ. That one grew out of the ground from the lost trees.
My bad. Sorry, Aubrey.
No, you have. There's truly no way for you to know that. I just mean that if that was something of interest to her, we could also check it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now that there's an element of intriguing mystery, then I'd be invested if there's a little pipe organ mystery going along.
So missing child isn't enough to get you to care about.
It's just a missing child. There's hundreds of missing children a year. Nothing.
Thanks for the
I press my foot on the accelerator to go through a yellow.
But if it's a magical mystery disappearing child, then that's something.
Says you arrive at the school, you know your way to the office, you've been there before.
Mm-hmm. Alma mater.
It's a middle school. Is it a high school or a middle school?
High school.
It's a high school.
Okay.
Oh, I'm thinking
then it would have been where both of you went, right?
Yes. Must have been where we went. Or no, probably not actually. Because it's not close to Cliffside.
It's not super close to Cliffside,
It's probably not where I went to school. And it's probably a private school over there. And so for someone of our knowledge to go here would be a big deal. Okay.
Yeah, but you are able to meet Nancy in her office. She hands you a map that looks like it's been photocopied a couple of times. I would love an opportunity to give your friend a tour. What did you say her name was?
Oh, this is my cousin. Delilah. Yes.
Oh, another Vertere at the school.
Yes, through marriage. But don't worry, she is just as bright and is so has such a great future ahead of her.
That would be so lovely. I would love to give Delilah a tour.
Well, I will let her know. I mean, she's very busy, lots of extracurriculars, even in middle school. But this is at the top of her list, as she has a few friends that go here that she's met through gymnastics and other activities she does.
Public school at the top of her list. It warms my heart.
Well, it's your doing, Nancy. You're doing such a wonderful job with these kids in this program. Thank you so much for this list. Yeah, I think this will really help her push her over the edge to come over here.
Thorne, back in the car. $5 on whether this is a real cousin or not. You can pick which side you're on.
I'm leaning towards real. I don't think she has the capacity to lie like that.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's a fake cousin.
Deal.
Mara gets back in the car, triumphantly waving the map.
So have you signed up a real child to go to this school?
Oh no, Delilah's way too smart to go here.
Real cousin.
Okay.
No offense to Leica, though. I'm sure she's lovely.
When I hold my hand up for $5,
I give Thorne the money.
I immediately pass it over to repay off my debt to Mark.
Did something transpire while I was gone? Okay, anyway.
Took a new case.
Yeah, so let's take a look at this map and see if there's anything interesting.
Sure.
Yeah, I imagine you'd have a map of the city in your glove box.
Mm-hmm.
Give me some kind of smarts roll to like compare the two.
Hey Thorne, you've read maps before, right?
You hear the background.
You drive
paper.
places. You drive across
the city better than anyone.
State lines and on real streets and things.
Athletics or resilience or survival or vigilance.
Astrocartography.
I mean, astrocartography works. I would take genuinely streetwise. Or just a general intelligence roll. And it's going to be, it's easy. It's just against one.
Okay, so how do I roll?
What is your number in intellect?
Intellect is 3.
So roll 3 green dice against 1 purple.
3 and 1 purple, like that.
I'm going to get some more dice rolled here.
Okay, that's 1 success and 2 advantages after it all cancels out.
So you're sort of highlighting the route of the particular bus stop. What do you want your advantages to be?
Remind me how...
Advantages are like things that you add into the world that are beneficial to you in some way. It needs to be sort of germane to the situation at hand. But an advantage that I might think of in this situation would be like, oh, I know someone who lives along this route, or there's a business that I frequent that is along the route, or something like that, where you have a strong connection to it. Or if you had strain, like you can always spend advantages that you roll to like take strain off.
Gotcha. So I think along the route we have 2 advantages. There's a good place to set up a stakeout if we wanted to, and it can't be like a CCTV.
If you're thinking CCTV, there could be like a business that has a security camera that you know the guy who runs it.
So yeah, that's great with me.
Yeah,
perfect,
cool. So you have this route. What are you doing?
Is there anything else of note along the route? Sort of strange spots? Any stops? How many stops are there that go by the Arboretum? So
the school is near the Arboretum. The bus almost immediately departs and sort of goes up into Hagland Hill.
Up on the hill.
And so really only the last stop before they get to the school can you see the trees of the Arboretum from. Everything else feels much more urban. It mostly winds through like residential areas. But most of this is... What's that?
Sorry, keep going.
Oh, I was going to say, it's mostly through 4-story apartment buildings zone. It runs along sort of a business street for a while and then goes into a single family.
I thought you said that
well.
she... Okay, so she would have gotten on the bus. It went down the hill past the Arboretum to the school, right at the end.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Do we know where the church with the organ is?
Yeah, the church with the organ.
That's way on the other side?
It's still in Hagland Hill, but it's on the far side. It's on my
list of places just because pipe organs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is interesting. I'm kind of like looking at the map. This street corner, there's not a lot of apartments or houses around here, yet there's a stop. I don't know why. I know my mom's business was looking to set up a storefront over here, like a kind of boutique-y, like, middle class sort of paradise store over here.
Yeah, boutique-y, the haunted tiki bar chain your family owns.
Yep, that one, Thorne. Exactly. We were going to set up a boutique here.
I don't know why you're embarrassed by it. It's one of the coolest bars in town.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's really fun and everyone loves it so much that I'm not reminded of my childhood trauma when I walk through the doors. It's actually really cool and great.
I'm glad they put a boutique in next to Chili Pavilion.
Uh-huh.
Let's just real quick do a commercial for boutique. That features a song.
Yeah.
Are you looking for a spooky good time?
Ooh.
Do you have a special someone you'd like to spirit away into a different world? Do you want to get a taste of the islands here in Foxglove? Come on down to Boutique.
Boo, boo, boo.
Come on down the Boutique.
Boo, 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 boo.
Gonna mix you up something good. Gonna mix you up something spicy. Oh, come on down the Boutique.
The straws are twisty and the drinks are served in a skull. The straws are twisty and the drinks are served in a skull.
Served in a skull.
It's not just my tie, it's our tie at Boutique.
Boutique, the corner of 7th and Olive. And so our acoustic investigators are on the case. What will they find as they snoop around the school bus's stops? Will they get a drink at Boutique's? Find out Next time on RPG Major. Thanks for joining us for this RPG Major mystery. You can connect with us and other people who like this oddball little show on our Discord or on social media. You'll find links in our show notes. Mara Vertere is played by unrivaled vocalist Lauren Drake. You can find her in scripted productions around Seattle and performing with Jet City Improv and musical improv team We Have Some Notes. Find her on socials at La La Drake. Aubrey Stump is played by loquacious lyricist Camilla Franklin. Find her performing around Seattle with musical improv team Fancy Cafeteria and on Instagram at Camilla Strader. Thorne is played by peerless performer AJ Krumley. You can find them performing in Seattle at Comedy Sports and with Crooked Street Theatrics and Productions. They're on Instagram at Major Fraser. All music for RPG Major is created live in the room by our unmatched accompanist, Noah Samuels. Find him on Instagram at Samuels_Noah. And I'm your GM and host, Helix. You can find me performing with Jet City Improv and musical improv team We Have Some Notes. Connect with me and the show on social media at RPG Major. We'll see you next time.
When you started describing the child, I was fully expecting you to be like, they wore a striped sweater with red and white blocking, and they wore a beanie hat.
Waldo.
And we were going to
Waldo,
put that.
yeah.